Oi pessoal, hoje eu estou com uma convidada mais que especial, com a Meirelles. Ela é incrível, ela acabou de palestrar aqui no Inventou, deu um show, ela é uma das 50 empresas digitais mais influentes do mundo. Ela faz um trabalho incrível e vai ser uma grande honra entrevistar ela aqui. Randy, thank you so much. I'm so happy to have you in my show. And first of all, I want to say congratulations. You know, you said such amazing thing for us, a lot of important things, but I think the most incredible that you are so, you know, you put your soul, your heart, and everything that you told us, and it's amazing.
Well, I'm just so happy to, you know, it's the people of Brazil for welcoming me with open arms, and I think, you know, a lot of the times we forget, even though we're in our own countries, that we are going through a lot of the same things in business and life. You know, we're all parents, we're all entrepreneurs, we're really all the same.
Yes, I agree with you. You know, I think sometimes you see a life to someone and you think everything is perfect, but you know, behind all the scenes, you have problems, and every day you have to know.
That's right. It's very easy to look on someone's Instagram and think, oh, they have a perfect life, but you have to remember you're only seeing that one moment that they chose to post when they look glamorous and happy. You're not seeing the other million moments around it. So you have to remember everyone is going through their own things.
I agree 100%. I think we are real, you know. I think we pass a lot of things, and sometimes you just put the best picture and the best moments, but you know, it's not the true, you know, 24 hours of the day. And Randy, I think you say such important things today. If you have to choose one message that everything that you told us today, what would you be?
I think, you know, don't be afraid to take risks is one of the big things. I think it's very scary to put a new idea out there. It's very scary when people say no to your idea or reject it. But if you don't put your ideas out there, if you don't put yourself out there, you're never going to do anything that's truly great. And so I think, you know, it's a great time right now. There's so many tools. There's so much support that you have as an entrepreneur. So this is a beautiful time to take a risk and put yourself out there with those creative ideas that you have.
And what is the biggest risk that you ever made in your life?
I think my biggest risk was after almost 10 years of working at Facebook, I left, you know, one of the best companies in the world to start my own company. And it's because, you know, I really had a passion and a mission around helping to get more women and girls into tech, more diversity. And that was something that I felt so passionate about that I just knew I could stay at Facebook and have a wonderful career and make a lot of money and have all those things, but I wouldn't be really solving my passion.
Wow. And how do you discover your mission of your life? Because I think it's not easy thing.
Yes.
How?
I think that there's a little bit of a myth out there. People think that you're born with a calling, and if you haven't realized that by the time you're 10, that's it, you're never going to have it. But I think what you're called to do in life can change over the course of your life. You know, before I had children of my own, I never would have thought about the importance of getting young girls into technology. It was only after I became a mom that I really started thinking about that and feeling so passionate about that. So I think it's okay if you're in a place in your life right now that you don't feel like you have a calling, because all of the experiences that you go through in your life can help you find that.
Yes. And what is the best advice that you ever had in your life and really makes the difference?
Yes. So many people told me to not be afraid of failure. And I think so many of us are afraid of failure. We hear no, or someone says that's not a good idea, or you lose your job and you think that's it. I'm never going to recover from that. And 9 out of 10 people will stay down when they fail, but you know, 1 of those 10 will get back up and make something even better out of the failure, and that's, you know, the true entrepreneurs.
Yes, I agree with you. And just 2 questions and we finish. If you have like 3 tips to have a success in digital business, what is the most important? What do you think it's like?
Yeah,
you have to choose 3 tips.
I think try a lot of things because the rules of the game are always changing. So you know, if something works today, it might not work again tomorrow. You have to keep trying a lot of things. Photographs are great because they need no translation. So photographs are truly global and can interact with anyone. And I think also on that note, even if you're posting content that you think feels really local, think of yourself as a global company, as a global spokesperson, because on the internet there's no borders.
And what is happiness for you?
Happiness is doing what I love and surrounded by the people that I love. I'm so lucky that I love my job so much, and I have 2 beautiful boys and a wonderful husband, and to me that's, you know, the richest that you can be in life.
Yes, everything. And to finish, what is the questions that no one ever asked you, and would you like to have an answer in an interview? And
yes.
In a place that you think it's important to say and no one ever asks you?
I think that a lot of times when we meet people, we ask them, what do you do for a living? Or how did you get here in your career? But no one really ever asks, like, what is the most interesting thing about you? Because probably the most interesting thing about someone isn't what they're doing in their job. Yes. It's, you know, an experience they had in their life or a hobby that they have. And so I wish that more people would, you know, try to get to the core of each other's souls by asking what's interesting about them instead of what they do.
This. What is the most interesting thing that you made?
Yeah. Okay, I'll answer that only if you answer it after.
Okay.
You tell me the most interesting thing about you. So yeah, I think the most interesting thing about me is that I performed on Broadway, that I sang in a Broadway musical, which is not something that you would really know if you just asked me about my career in tech and writing. But that was, I think, the most interesting thing I've done. What about you?
It's like a show. I'm sorry, you know. And it's amazing. You have a very beautiful voice. Wow.
Thank you.
We ain't gonna take it. No, we're not gonna take it anymore. Yeah!
I always try to get the best, you know, in people. In my show, I always say you have to have a best version of yourself.
Yes.
You know, because I think everybody can do more, and you are a huge example for all women all around the world. You know, and I think you inspire so much. You know, that you make you inspire that I think women can make more. You know, it's so amazing.
Well, it's great to be sitting here with a woman in business with you. So
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pessoal, tenho certeza que vocês amaram esse vídeo, que vocês aprenderam muito. Então curte, compartilha, marca todos os seus amigos, e foi um grande prazer estar com a Randy e conversar com ela, aprender tanto. Um beijo e a gente se vê no próximo vídeo.
Let's go!